I'm going to give you some tips which will help you to choose the right institution, college or university to study, especially your professional certifications. Hi, I'm the Commerce Specialist. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you'll find content covering various academic qualifications and professional certifications, including life-changing business ideas and hacks. So let's start the discussion. If you are trying to find an institution to study, obviously, we are living in a digital era. Obviously, we all look at the website. But let me tell you, most of the websites are fake. Fake in the sense they are misleading. Whatever the organization is offering, something else is written on the website. So, websites could be misleading. It may be very attractive, very colorful, it may look very professional, but that's only the website. Professional services may not be offered there. So be very careful on this. The other one is infrastructure. Sometimes you look at the website, now you are attracted to go and visit the institution. There are big buildings, new high-tech buildings. Yes, the infrastructure is good, but are the infrastructures going to teach you? There are two variables. Number one, how dedicated you are as a student to study, how many hours of work you are willing to put in other than the institute. The other thing is the teacher who's teaching you. Because buildings don't teach, walls don't teach, it's the tutor who's teaching you. So you got to know who will be teaching you. The next point is the affiliation of that institution. After watching this video, go on the website of so many institutions. They show so many affiliations. Let me tell you, half of them are still not existing. Or they used to have some affiliation, but now it is no more there. It has been taken back. So don't get carried away with the fancy websites, fancy details given. Reality could be different. I'm not saying all the institutions are like that, but most of them I've seen them. Like, there are different qualifications. I don't want to name them. Some call their partners as ALPs, some call them registered tutors, some give them, a category like silver, gold, platinum. Some say they are approved learning partners. There is a possibility that that institution was once an approved partner, once had a gold status, once had a platinum status, once was an ALP, but now no more. And the websites are still showing the same. So please be very careful to that. The next thing is you need to see who are teaching there. As I told you, tutors are very important there. And I have this my own experience. XYZ Institute, I was already working before. I left them. After I left them, for 9 to 10 months, they kept advertising that I am there. So this was just an example. There may be big names on the website, but what if they are not teaching anymore? What if they are associated with the institution, but they're not teaching anymore? So you get attracted with these big names and qualification. In reality, in the class, somebody else would be coming and teaching you. Now that you have paid the fees, you are in, you are captured and you are trapped. So be careful, do your research way before joining the institution. The last one and the most important one is the tutor's achievements. The teacher, whoever would be teaching you, let's say it's a professional certification, who's the teacher? What is the academic and professional qualification of the teacher? As I always say, with due respect to most of my colleagues, present and ex, if you are studying ACCA, CPA, CA, CIMA, I'm sorry to say, without any prejudice, I'm sorry to say, professional qualifications should be taught by people who have professional qualification. If your teacher is just an MBA, just a PhD, and they have no professional certification, I regard their qualification, but these are not the people who would be teaching you. You need a person to teach you who has been through the same journey, who has a professional certification, who understands the requirement of a professional certification, who knows what is the depth of the syllabus, how exam questions are, structured, what you're supposed to write, how you're supposed to tackle the exams, the do's and don'ts. So even me, like, I am not a PhD. So I don't say that I am very well equipped and capable of supervising thesis of people who are doing PhD, because I'm not a PhD. Ethically, I'm not fit enough to do that. Likewise, if you are not a professional accountant, if you're not a professional certified faculty, how can you offer your services to students who are blindly trusting your competence? One more thing I want to tell you when it comes to qualification. I have seen in many institutions, there are people who claim that we are professionally certified, but they are half certified, but they are partially certified. So if you cannot complete your own certification, how can you help the students to complete? This is what I feel like. Tell me if I'm wrong. Write this in the comment and let me know. How do you feel to get taught by a person who himself or herself could not finish their certification and they are teaching you? You also have to look at the experience of the teacher. In one of my other videos also I focused on this. Your teacher should not be a fresh tutor who's teaching you. He may or she may be qualified, but they are experimenting on you. A big no, especially for professional qualifications. Then you also need to know the corporate experience of your teacher. Think about a person who's trying to teach you audit, who has never done auditing himself or herself. A person who's trying to teach you entrepreneurship, who has never done his own business, no matter how small it is. Don't you think it's a joke? I am trying to teach people how to set up a business where I don't have a business of my own. I have never managed a business of my own. I am trying to teach people taxation and audit where I have not done it myself. I have only read books. Excuse me, this is not what is required. So it is your responsibility to make sure who's teaching you, what academic qualification they have, what professional certification they have, do they have industry experience, hands-on. If not, then they will not be able to answer your questions. I've seen in many of my audit classes, other papers, students ask questions which is out of the box. Student asks question which is very practical. Had I not done auditing myself, had I not been in the industry, I wouldn't have been able to answer them. I know that for sure. The last one you should look at in the faculty who's teaching you is the paper experience. For example, the person may be certified, qualified, experienced, but is teaching that particular paper. Let me give you an example of ACCA. Let's say I am qualified, I am certified, I am experienced. But one particular paper of ACCA, I'm just giving you for an example, let's say F4, that is law, or maybe F6, tax, or maybe F9. What if I'm teaching for the first time? As a student, I have done that years back, but now I'm teaching for the first time. Guys, you don't need that teacher. You need a teacher who has been teaching. Let's say if you're talking about financial reporting, that teacher should be experienced, qualified, and has been teaching financial reporting for good many years. That's the kind of tutor you need, especially when I'm talking about professional qualification. Now guys, because you've seen this video, don't make these mistakes. Don't get carried away by the website, the infrastructure of the organization, the affiliations they have, or the current faculty they have, because the current faculty may not be teaching you. Okay, so this part is very important. Teacher's qualification, teacher's experience, exposure to corporate world, okay, and how long they've been teaching the same paper, the same module, the same subject. That is what makes the difference. So guys, if you have any comments and suggestion relating to this, please leave it in the comment section. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, press the bell notification button so that you don't miss my videos. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share it with your dear and near ones so that others can also benefit. Thank you so very much for your precious time.